Word up. I'm happy about this, brother. I appreciate you.
For sure, for sure. I'm thinking about any type of lag. I'm like, is there gonna be a lag? I
What do you think?
don't know. It's been working thus far, you know what I mean, with everybody.
Yeah.
So it's been cool. I guess we'll find out, huh?
All right. Let me get you. Hi.
Boom, boom, boom. There we go.
Okay, how's this sound? Actually, it is chirping a little bit, right?
Okay. You hearing any feedback on your end?
Let me see. No, now it's way better, right?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. That's good too.
Check one, two. How's it sound?
I'm good. Are you good?
I'm good.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is the RPR podcast. As you can see, we on Zane's page right here. We live on YouTube right there. So if you in Instagram, if you on YouTube, scrolling through, we have a special guest today. It's Friday night. It's only 7:30 out here in sunny California. But I
Oh,
know out east, some of y'all probably on your way to. I don't know. It's Friday night. Who knows what y'all up to? Go ahead and introduce yourself as if the people don't know. I like to start with strengths and weaknesses. If you have a superpower and who you are and what you do, just so people that aren't familiar can get familiar.
whoa. Hey. Peace, everyone. My name is Zane Marie, Zane One, Zane Wonderful, Zangel, Ziggy Zane. Nice to meet you. My strengths and weaknesses. I would say my weakness is sweets and discipline towards not eating them. And I would say my strengths. Ooh. Uh, oh man. Mm.
Too many to choose from. Too many to choose from.
Well, yeah, I think right now it's I've been tried. I've been tried, and I feel like my strength right now is just in holding my tongue and
Mm,
not reacting,
yeah,
and taking those moments to process. You know,
absolutely, absolutely. I
yeah,
mean, these days people look to the tongue like if they can talk, 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 talk. Sometimes you gotta think about like what are these words that's coming out of my mouth. And when I do come against some circumstances like you're speaking about, some the strength is you say even a fool with his mouth shut can be considered wise. You know what I'm saying? So using
definitely.
that restraint, you know what I'm saying? Not saying not calling you foolish. I know you get what I'm gonna get my point. What I was saying, you know what I
No, I'm
mean? So yeah,
foolish. I'm foolish. I'm definitely foolish.
right, right,
But yeah, yeah, that's been a lesson for me. It's been a heavy lesson for me. And people who are used to me reacting with my mouth and they're expecting it are kind of tripping right now. The fact that I don't and
mm,
I'm not like I'm for real. Like they're taking it as, oh, you're running or you're not, dealing with the situation head on or you know. But I'm like, be grateful. Be grateful that I've learned to hold my tongue
mm,
and really take time to process, like not react super emotionally.
yeah, yeah,
So it's a new day for me.
yeah,
So I could definitely give myself a pat on my, like I've hit that mark.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of wisdom in that, man. We learn from experience and growth, and see, like, and sometimes, like you said, people looking at it from a different perspective, saying like they see this change. You know what I'm saying? And like, you
Yeah.
know, having those moments to process stuff, then we can cipher through or sift through all of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Gives you time to put yourself in people's shoes and look at their perspective instead of just bugging out, because everybody's used to me just with the bug out.
hmm
So I'm trying not to be that no anymore.
yeah. We ain't on the bug out time no more. On
Man,
different time zone, different time frame. So
yeah.
now, being in California, were you born and raised California, or were you
Oh,
born somewhere else? Some people get, yeah,
all day long, all day
you
long.
just
The
gotta
U.S.
let the people know.
All
You
day long. Yeah, born and raised. Still live in the city that I was born and raised in. I mean, I moved away a few times, but situation being as it is, I was brought back.
yeah,
So happy to be here.
yeah,
My little neighborhood has changed much, but oh yeah, West Coast.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now, when we were talking earlier, we was talking about strengths, and I like that you took the time to choose, right? Because you chose something for a specific reason. But like I was saying, going through probably a plethora of different selections, I've kind of view you as what I guess one would call Renaissance woman, being artistic, verbally, visually, doing things of that nature. Now, even you look at I try to have goals like mental, physical, spiritual, emotional,
Mm,
creative, relational, and financial. You know what I mean? Like that's at the bottom of my pyramid. And as long as they're all going on a steady incline to the tip of the pyramid, I'm cool with that. And so even, and I don't know how long you've been doing also physical health and wellness stuff as well. Any of those you feel like touching on, or just kind of saying, hey, this is how I do what I do, and this is how, because I think that it's interesting, because these days people look at one thing, their niche, their goal, and they focus on that, and that's all they maybe do. But there's a lot of people out there that show, hey, you can do more than just limit yourself and put yourself in this certain type of box.
right. I think for me, like I've been telling people lately, as far as the massage that I've been doing, right? Um, I was a mother so young. I really didn't have an idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. You know what
Mm,
I mean? I was just um, playing house for sure, and becoming a parent very young. And I always knew the artistic part is going to be there. I always knew the fashion stuff, like that's a part of who I am. It's just innate in me to express myself in these ways. I always knew I was going to MC, I was going to do something with music. That's in my soul, in my cells. Now, with this other work that I've been doing, it just came up where I just got extremely fascinated with it. And I ended up just doing a lot of research and diving into it. And it's been about 3 years now, and I barely opened it up. We're working on other people, and it's been a beautiful process. I mean, I've just been literally following the spirit and following my heart in that moment, and it's absolutely working, and I can't wait to learn more
yeah,
and do more in that aspect, because I'm 100% enthralled in learning, you know, the anatomy, and like learning about the muscles and tendons and nerves, and
oh yeah,
how you know what I mean, just having, definitely having the verbiage behind it and knowing what I'm talking about is
yeah,
important. But in the meantime, the goal is to find the issue, find the problem, and eliminate it. And
Mm,
thank God, it's been a beautiful experience. I mean, it's extremely painful getting it done to you, but I do try to use discretion, and I do,
right,
I won't go so hard. I'm not trying to break you.
right, right.
But I'm definitely trying to relieve the issues. So it's been really cool. As far as that, like, it feels really good to have something that's just pushed me in a whole different direction that I would have never, never. You can't ever tell me I would ever even wanted to do this,
Mm,
and it's a beautiful thing doing, having confidence in all the gifts that you have. And that's not even the only things that, what I mean, I could carry with me and share with the world. That's just a little bit of my purpose.
mm-hmm.
So yes, it's extremely important for everyone, just to follow through in whatever it is that they feel they need to express and they need to give back. It's
Yeah,
it's so dope. It's so dope that I'm even inexperienced to do it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? In a situation with the world being the way it is,
right.
it's a blessing for sure.
Hmm. Now, would you say that? And because I like talking about verbiage and terminology, would you say that this is in the holistic vein of kind of, I guess, health and wellness, or what does that even mean? Like, is that not? Because I'm still kind of, when as I do my research and kind of my health journey and what I've been going through, um,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, in my life, it's like I hear that term, but I'm not sure if I actually know what that means. I guess it's a Google away, right? Like we have the world at our fingertips. They say we have the most information that will probably, I mean, there will be a point where there's probably more as more time comes, but we got everything at the tip of our fingers, but yet, you know what I'm saying? Like you were just saying, the state that kind of the world we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
So
I mean, YouTube University, right? Like,
exactly.
everything's just right here at our fingertips, of course. But as far as holistic, I mean, it's definitely Chinese medicine.
Mm,
So it's like right in the same vein of like acupuncture and uh and there's not really many people who actually practice this. So, you know, going to that level and getting actually certified, it's it's gonna have to be like, you know
yeah.
you're gonna have to get in there with some OGs and like just become an apprentice, like type stuff.
Right.
So
Right.
it definitely is soul shaking. It definitely is an emotional release. I've had that experience a few times. We hold a lot of emotional stuff, and it gets stuck in our muscles. It gets stuck in our body creates fascia. I mean, it creates fascia every night, but if it gets stagnant and stuck, and then you create even more stress and emotional trauma, sexual trauma, stuff like that, it's all stuck in the body. Your body remembers. So when I start working on, different people, they cry a lot. We have a lot of definitely a release,
Right.
a deep, deep, deep release. So I'm just appreciative for it all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's it's a very I think it's a very holy experience, to hold somebody in that moment too. And it's crazy because I feel like I'm causing that
Mm.
pain,
Right.
but they know as much as I know that it needs to come out. It
Yeah.
needs to move around. It needs to dissipate So it's
Yeah.
been a dope. It's been dope.
I think even hearing you talk about it when you first started and started naming, the different areas and parts of the body, like, I mean, there's so much we talk about skeletal, muscular, all that,
Right.
things we've learned growing up and things that people go into these schools for and learn about. Just you could talk about, the brain, right? And the thing that comes to mind is hearing the line you say where activate the left and right brain. It's a pain
Right.
thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like even that, just the brain and how there's shots of dopamine. And if sometimes you can create your dopamine to unnaturally put off, and then people get addicted to releasing that dopamine. Like something small like that is just very interesting. And so to hear you talk about this journey and this adventure that you never really would have otherwise, you're kind of like, I'm kind of doing this life thing, you know what I mean? Walking
Right.
by the spirit and just, going, that looks interesting here. Let me investigate, and see what I can learn. And I think that's the key thing, man, is always staying able to be taught or learn things. Because some people don't want to feed themselves knowledge at all. Like they're good,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right. 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 Or they're prideful, or they're stubborn, or they're just knuckleheads and learn the hard way. Because
Yeah,
that's usually me.
yeah,
But yeah. You know, I think especially coming from someone from like me, yeah, I think I definitely was that person. So it's shocking to me. It's shocking to me that I actually found something that I'm actually interested in.
yeah,
And I really want to learn and do the work and be tested on and all that stuff. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like it's a beautiful thing, and I'm pretty dang good at it. So
yeah,
I'm proud of that. I can honestly say like I'm super super proud of it.
yeah, yeah, man. It's like when you put that work in and you see the end result. The thing that I love about it too is that, like you said, that person has to get to that spot of what they need out of there, and you're being used to assist that and provide that. It's like like a selfless thing. You know what I mean? Like to help someone through and be involved in something like that. That's dope. So keep, what I'm saying? Keep doing the thing. I'm excited to see, as you keep on getting clients and as you keep on learning and growing. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
6 months to a year out, like just, I mean, but as what I always like to think about is, being present in the moment, and then as you're on that adventure, watching, just letting it unfurl. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
So I do want to touch on two things that I think are really dope with where you have. I don't know if you have in terms of Zane One bags or Zane bags, and then also some of the artwork and calligraphies and different types of stills that you have. Can we dip into that section of who you are? I don't like to say compartment because it's not like we compartmentalize like this is who I am and this is who I am. No, we're a full person, right? There for me, there's no like sacred or secular. It's all life is sacred. It's all a beautiful time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but can we dip into um that
for sure. That portion.
that it's a Friday.
Yeah, TGRF. Yes. Okay, so the art, I mean, obviously it's been in me since I was a child. But that part of me, the separate part of me, the compartmentalized, is it super echoey? That's what they said. Mm, what should we do?
You see, I think it's probably on my mic on my end. I have it turned all the way down, but I'll go ahead and mute while you're talking so I'm not picking you up.
Word. Thank you, sis.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that better? Is it much better? Probably, right? Um, so the artist Zane Marie. Okay. I started making bags back in 2000, and doing a lot of vending events all over LA, and bit was part of that circuit for a very, very long time. And my art evolved and changed. So I always got advice from people because my rap stuff was Zane One, it still is Zane One for sure. And the art stuff, we just ended up, I ended up changing my name um at the advice of, someone very close to me. It's just like, why don't you just put it, Zane Marie, and just be, separate the two, and go hard, with creating that brand, which is my name. My real name is Zane Marie. So I do like to keep them separate, though. I do like to keep my rap stuff Zane One and my artist stuff Zane Marie. Um, so I still custom make bags. I'm actually going to put that out on the internet because I haven't really made bags in about 3 years, maybe going on 4. And I'm going to put it out there like I'm doing custom work. And anybody who's interested in any suitcases or sets or bags, like just one-off things, I'm probably going to do that for the month of September, October, and maybe have some, one-off gifts, or for Christmas, or just some ill pieces. I'm just going to go in on that, and that's going to be something pretty special because I haven't, created bags in a while. And the reason why I stopped is because it was extremely painful, and it's tedious work, and a lot of hours looking down and breathing in some fumes. So, but I am definitely going to do that. But I do love and enjoy so much creating the collage art, man. Like, I started making my own rap books for years and years and years. So I would always put like my favorite artists at that time, whatever I was able to, just to inspire me. So yeah,
That's
I
dope.
I know, I know. So um that form of expression is never gonna leave me. I have fun with the paper. I have fun, using the vintage books that I use, and um, everything that I make is one of a kind, and all, exclusive pieces. So it's a dope release for me. As much as it is going on the mic, you know what I mean, and getting all that out of, my diaphragm. I feel the exact same way. Like sometimes my art has my tears literally mixed in it.
Mm,
They all have a soundtrack. They all have um some type of movement and moment within my life. So it's just deeper than just the piece. Y'all don't even know. Even my happy and my joy moments, definitely sorrow and sadness and suffering. But you know, those usually are like the illest pieces too.
yeah, yeah. I think so boom, Momo Mike back on IG. I think, not to be cliche, but you think about the words, those who sow in tears reap in joy, or and then also that, out of, I think about like the analogy of like that, the phoenix rising from through the ashes, knowing that
Mm,
going through something that brings um, pain, and not even necessarily pain, but emotion and life. You know what I mean? To have that in the art. I mean, that's what I mean. That's real life, right? It's reality.
right, right.
So I'm so freaking out about this. I gotta get this the echoes. That's what I'm gonna, when I go back and look at this, I'm gonna research. I'm gonna say, okay, on here, I had my volume down. I was muted. Boom, boom, boom.
I know,
Um,
maybe it's my computer. I don't know. I could try
yeah.
it. Check, 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 check.
So you can hear me on your Instagram.
No, I hear you great. I just
Okay.
lowered my volume on my computer.
Okay.
So maybe that will help. I hope so.
Yeah. So I wanna jump into, so there's been two visuals, as long as I haven't missed one at this point, off of That's What She Said album.
Hmm.
And so first question is, are there any more visuals that are locked and loaded? Or are you like, y'all sit and rest with that for a little bit? Because sometimes people put out projects, they're like, oh, when's the next project? Like, bro, I just dropped the project. I know you ain't chewed and digested
Right.
on that whole thing just yet. You probably got a little bit, you got a little appetizer the first and second track, but you need to go. I just cooked you up a full course meal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right. Right. No, I get it because it's an EP. You know what I mean? And full length is just a little bit more addition. But the visuals are coming. They're not locked and loaded yet.
yeah.
I do have merch like those, just like my art. Like they are all definitely going to be collectible and like one off for sure. So thank you, sis. Um, yeah, I'm trying to do a video. I'm going to do a video for no regrets.
Okay.
So yeah, that one's gonna be done, and then hopefully I have a good idea cracking. It's brewing for I'm looking at me and my the names of my songs. I had a long day, brother. Um Bella. Bella one
Okay.
too. So that one's
Yeah.
gonna be cool. Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean I definitely wanted to have visuals for all of them.
Mm.
They will be coming up out in the t-shirt form, you know what I mean? I have a good idea with that, with the exclusive t-shirts for each song. And
Mm.
yeah, that's gonna be nice. And then of course, I'm working on wax. That's gonna be a limited edition, but I also am going to have CDs and cassettes.
Okay.
So we are gonna have the physical, push. It's just taking a minute right now.
That's dope.
That's okay.
Bringing it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back to
Yeah.
the essence, being able to tangibly
Yeah.
hold on to something like that.
Right. Right.
Then they turn on that like heirlooms for your family. Like, listen, this right here, what you're about to listen to, young man, your grandpa, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
looking
Right.
30, 50 years down the line.
Legacy.
Let me tell you about this album right here.
Legacy. It's so
Yeah.
important. I didn't even realize like how important, especially with wax. Like obviously, look at the wax that we have and we've collected all these years. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like you end up being imprinted on something forever.
yeah.
So, sometimes I feel that way when I see somebody with my bags.
Mm,
I get so giddy and so excited because I'm like, oh my God, it still looks fly, it still looks fresh. And I remember when it takes me back,
yeah.
might be
Oh,
12 years ago, 14 years ago. But yeah, I feel really, really proud of myself when I do see stuff like that. It's super
yeah,
dope. It's such an honor. And even people who have my art up in their house, it's crazy.
for sure.
So dope.
I just started. There was something I started about a year and a half ago, with a dear friend of mine, and she would do something that she didn't really have a terminology for it, but it was like kind of like creative prayer, right? You
Mm,
invite the spirit in, whether you're painting, drawing, whether you have an instrumental on, whether you sit in silence for a certain amount of time,
hmm.
and you just go from there. And we did a couple sessions together. Then I started implementing it into my own life, my own walk, and would do it on my own. And it's just really dope. Sometimes there's just words, sometimes there's pictures, sometimes there's paint that gets splattered all over the place. You look
Right.
at my hands, you like I just came from a crime scene or something. But it's like there's something about tangibly getting in there and I don't know, man, just creating. It's like It's a beautiful thing. So I can only imagine you see something like, oh, they got that exclusive Zane One. You know what I mean? They
Right,
got that
right.
Zane Marie over there. You know, like
It's crazy. It's crazy.
mm,
It blows my mind. But usually when if I'm selling it to you, I know which ones are like the illest to me.
mm-hmm.
So if you grab that one, I'm looking at you a little different. I was like, oh, okay, you're the
Oh, okay,
one. You're the one. You're the one. You understood the assignment for
yeah,
sure. But yeah, it's dope. It's super, super dope. It's humbling. It's a crazy honor, and I'm I'm like overjoyed with just even just the little pieces that I'm leaving, with so many people.
yeah,
It's such a blessing for sure.
that's true.
Um yeah, so the music being a part of it, especially doing it again and being, following through and being brave and confident and pushing that shit out was like
Yeah, I loved it, man. I mean, I was thinking as we were talking earlier, I was like, if you look at a mirror or and you talk to your younger self, right? When you first picked up the
mm,
pen and pad, when you first had the mic, when you rocked that first show, and then to now, and then growing and learning and all of that, keeping the sword sharp over the years, and then now to have maybe and I don't mean to be presumptuous, maybe put the pen and pad away for a season, right? And then to come back and get it, and then just, I mean, you gave us a monstrous piece of work, and monstrous in the most wonderful hip hop encouraging ways, because that thing was just like, and the production was amazing, and just, you're just so in the pocket in your bag, like it's like a prize fighter coming down. You know what I'm saying? You see the prize fighter coming down, they got the hoodie up, they're walking in the ring, and it's like, I don't know who's about to go up against this one, but here we go. You know what I mean?
right.
So I appreciate you, and we appreciate you for giving us that.
Thank you, man. Dude,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That means the world. I
it's,
mean,
it's
you come from my crew, we don't play. So
right.
there is a level, there's an expectancy. But I really, really genuinely this time let it flow exactly how it was going to. I didn't call it anything until I was ready to. I didn't I just finished. I just went. I just let the ball roll. I let it. I wrote it until we got to. All right, what are the titles? To okay, how are we gonna piece these things together? Okay, that's the name of the album. Okay, this is the release date. It just it. I swear, like if people who do know what it feels like to be under the spirit understand and know when you let go, it'll happen. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And
Yeah,
I really, really, really did that. Like, and I wrote so fast. I didn't. I know I mentioned it before, but I really didn't triple check my work. I said this was my first mine. You know what I mean? I might have changed a few words here and there, but it definitely was my first mind. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna over criticize. I'm not going to, like because what was happening to me was I was extremely messed up, in my head as far as lost confidence, fear based, didn't have any faith in myself, didn't feel worthy at all, extreme writer's block. People were giving me beats like the whole 14-year span. Like I was, I was even doing stuff with the king of all, the god, like Reggie No. Like I was on Killer Tape Network. I busted on a few of those things,
yeah,
and still I wasn't ready, you know. Um, so I do understand now exactly how I want things to move, and the way I want them to move is in the same, no crazy self negative talk, no restrictions. Just speak from my heart and just tell the truth, and it's
Yeah.
gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. And
Yeah.
hell yeah, like Roy Royal, he did 4 tracks out of the 7. Um, I got to, he was a dope producer, and we just meshed so well. It just everything just was nice,
Yeah.
And then Kaiju June, I got to work with him, and that's a LA producer as well, and super fresh on the beats. And then 586, you already know, and
Right. Right.
Solo, who did No Regrets, and recorded everything. I recorded everything at Beats, Rhymes, and Soul Productions in LA, and even just working with him, like it definitely was just smooth sailing the whole time. It was just we were both just witnessing those moments together, like, oh shoot, like what is happening? This is coming out hard. It's gonna be dope. And then to have Maggie, like I, for years, always wanted DJ Salus, and always was like, oh no, it's me and you, kid. Like, no matter what, wherever we go, because she's one of the illest selectors in LA, and one of the dopest, like the most wildest, craziest mixers, like just blow your mind type stuff.
Right.
So I already knew she was gonna kill it, but I didn't really know how much she was going to kill it and like make those songs. I mean, just even like the cuts, the choices on the cuts. Like if you really are listening to all the scratches, like she chose every single bit of it, and it just was perfect for every song and every
Yeah.
part. It's like it made the songs 10 times better, for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, man, I'm happy people was feeling it. I feel really good about it. I feel good when we perform it. I get to we get to have a totally different experience when I'm by myself, when I'm rapping just with the beats, when I'm rapping with just Maggie, and then when I'm rapping with Maggie and her daughter 7.
Yeah.
Those are 3 totally different experiences,
Yeah.
which is dope.
One of the things I was gonna say is, seeing some of the streams where different times where you were live. Obviously, it's not, you can't compare being in the room, but you can see that, like just what you were describing, that this project is like an atmosphere changing project, and each time you get to perform it, it's like you said, of course it's another moment in time, but it's like, because of what's inside of the heart behind that thing, you could pull it out wherever you want to go, and it's like atmosphere change. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, atmosphere
Man,
change coming through. You know what I'm saying? It's just
man,
crazy.
man. I didn't even realize until we did a show actually out in Temecula a couple months ago. And it was Salus, 7 and I, and we gave it to like the whole brewery, brewery,
Brewery.
brewery. We gave it to him, and we got so much love after. I mean, people was coming up to us like we, some men were even saying like I got emotional, like yo, like this crazy, like we weren't expecting this and stuff. And I did I didn't realize like the power that we do have in this, in this collective, and what we give not only to each other, but we're giving it to the people, and actually people are receptive. And it's so dope, dude, I'm telling you.
That's so dope. That is. Well, I'm excited for, we're at August, so we're at the last half of this, but I'm
Man,
excited not just what the rest of this year holds for you, but the year coming up. I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful, wonderful thing. We're coming a little over 30 up to 40 minutes, so I want to respect your time, sis. Like you say, I know it's been a long day for you. I appreciate you coming through, and I appreciate just chopping it up, man.
heck yeah, heck yeah, I love it. It's all good. I'm not tripping. This it's a great conversation, and I appreciate you,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I love the videos you make of my stuff. It's the best. I go back and look at it. I'm like, it's forever gonna be my ever forever post. But
Yeah,
I am looking for beats. I am ready to start on a full length. I'm ready to go 100%. Um, I do got a couple beats in the pocket right now,
yeah.
so
Got them
I'm
in the
just gonna go
stash.
ahead. I'm just gonna go and do, start that whole process again, where I'm just gonna let it be, not have, just
Yeah,
have, something focused at the end, but really be open to it all. So
yeah, yeah,
I love that I'm still getting booked for shows. I love that I'm being asked to do these podcasts. Like, it's super dope. I appreciate you asking me these questions too, because it is I do post, like the bags or the art and the, the gua sha experiences stuff, and I try to keep up with the music and the website and just getting all that stuff done, and artwork
yeah.
and all that.
No
So
doubt.
it's heavy, it's a lot, but yeah, the those parts of me, these hands that people get to, get to feel on their
Yeah,
bodies, and hopefully it could heal them, or just even my story. Um, if it could be beneficial or helpful to anybody in any way, I'm honored, man. I'm
yeah,
honored, man. I'm grateful. Just to be honest, like, I'm grateful right now for the disrespect that been given to me, because I'm 100% glad that I got to see it. You know what I
mm,
mean? I'm glad I got to feel it. I'm glad because it's uh, doing a lot for me, and making me understand my limits,
mm,
right?
yeah,
And what is good for me, and and what I'm going to take and what I'm going to put up with. And it's I think the quick turnaround in my head, instead of, like we were talking at the beginning, of reacting, instead of um being super pained by it, or feeling all the emotions, like guilty and blah 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 and all this stuff. I know exactly where to put it now. And now that I'm looking at it a different way, I'm just like, ooh, the lessons are coming so much quicker, where
yeah,
I can move and still be okay with my head up. I'm just like, all right, you too? Okay,
yeah,
okay. Oh, you too? Okay. All right. Good looking,
yeah,
It's a maybe it's a knocking on 50's door thing.
yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate you, bro. I like seeing your lives. I like seeing all your little your little, what is it called when your like your reels when you
Oh yeah,
make
yeah.
them?
Hmm.
Oh, I love
And like
it.
got
Like, you
these
are who you are, bro. You are who you are.
absolutely.
You are who you are freely, and
Yeah. I
this is a
think
good
the
platform to do it.
I think the biggest thing for people to realize is like, yo, it's exhausting trying to wear a mask and be something of who I want you to perceive me to be.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost 40 years old. I don't got time for that.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I'm comfortable with who I am, authentic, unapologetically myself, as I want to give other people the grace and the space to be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when I have people infringe on that with me, that's when they get that. That's when I take what you was just talking about. Be like, all right, buddy boy, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
life is good. Like we said, life is good. So
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. And
yeah,
well, however long we're here, it's important that we move in love and grace. And man, like, it's on it's you being a 40-year-old man, being a 46-year-old woman, it definitely is on us to
yeah,
show, the younger generation, and being that example of being who we are, definitely the word unapologetically. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially in like in the gospel community. If you're gonna
Right.
really get into it, you know what I mean? Like, with all that, like it's so like beyond like all that. Like when you really see people for who they are, you're just like, oh, okay, you are just a regular person, and you're human, and your humanity does show, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a whole different topic and story, but
No doubt. Well, next time you put out, depending on how far along it is, the next video, let me know, or might bring you back if you ever have some other free time, or we can break down kind of the video treatment. We can break down some of the bars if you'd like.
word
Um,
up.
you know what I'm saying? Because I like to have the artists on. I bring them in, let them talk. I speak to people that sometimes don't even, use art for a medium.
Hmm.
Um, I just like to talk with human beings, so that's who I
Right.
who
Right.
I pull in. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, sometimes we just sit with a song or something, and we say, okay, now when you said this, what did you mean with that? And you might get like a paragraph answer when it's really just one simile. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? But it's like for the heads, or even for the people who may be what you say, like lackadaisical fans of the music. Maybe they only listen to certain things or hear certain. They don't understand like maybe what a double entendre is or something.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but Zane, appreciate you, love you, sis.
I'm down to come
All
back
love,
for
man.
sure.
All
Yeah,
right,
man.
now,
Thank you.
peace.
Peace, brother. Yay.